Okay, so we're back for more Fate Grand Order Ordeal Call 1 Paper Moon, which is the Ordeal Call 0 just released on May, I think 9 or actually 8, which is the after EVL event is over, and it was pretty short story for the intro, and a new journey begins for the Ordeal Call. And now the Ordeal Call 1 Paper Moon just released on I think May 19th, which is on Monday, and first few weeks, well, not first few weeks, but the first 2 days I was kind of busy on schedule and didn't have time to do on stream, but now I have free time to do this for Ordeal Call 1 Paper Moon. So in this section area, it looks like we're in between I think there's some sort of connection between Egypt and South Africa. Yeah, it is. It's an Egyptian area. So, Ordeal Call 1, Zero Compass Inner Domain, Paper Moon. Let's get right into it. That's not good. Yeah, I don't know what's going on, but this is straight out of section Q23 of the manual. I'd say this qualifies as an anomaly. Degraded performance and or malfunction Paper Moon due to unknown factor, huh? Initiating data collection and situation recording to determine the cause of the phenomenon as stipulated in the manual. Data integrity level AA. Please note that beginning immediately, everything that occurs, including all we say and do, will be documented. Sorry, would one of you mind making the announcement? I've got my hands full over here. Oh, hi, Senpai. Did you hear that announcement too? Yeah, sounds like we got a situation. Right. I heard them act for Da Vinci and Sion. So it sounds like we may have some kind of technical issue. By the sound of it, this may be serious. So I thought I would stop by and see if there was anything I could do to help. Same here. Okay. The Paper Moon isn't working, right? Looks that way. We were just asking its manufacturer / caretaker about it, though she seems to be every bit as stumped as we are. Believe me, I would like to know what is going on here just as much as you. Given its nature, there should be no easy way for it to malfunction like this. Really? Really, as extraordinary as the Paper Moon's measuring capabilities are, its operation is actually extremely simple. It is not possible for it to mismeasure anything, nor will it break down even in harsh environments. It is that remarkable reliability that makes it an ideal compass, capable of operating even in void space. At its core, it is simply a two-dimensional moon that projects anything and everything exactly as it is. Regardless of whether a given thing has a form, or whether it is from reality or the void. It does not perform complex calculations on its own, nor does it have any points where it might fail mechanically. Oh, come on. Say it's simple all you like, but for us, it may as well be the blackest of all black boxes. Even I won't open the thing up for fear of breaking it. Chaldea's brightest engineers all study it pretty closely since it was sent to us quite a while back. But they just said it was an incredible device we just couldn't find any conceivable use for it. Which is why we didn't do anything for it until the Shadow Border was completed. Well, of course! That is because it is an Atlas Institute Mystic Code. I may have given it to Chaldea, but its design and inner workings are still a closely guarded secret. It also incorporates a number of my family's patented technologies at the microscopic level. So I am certain it would be exceptionally difficult for anyone besides myself to tinker with its core. So it's super complex, even though its functionality is simple. Right. Though I would say it is more maniacal than complex. Perhaps this example will prove illustrative. Imagine first a jigsaw puzzle which is completely blank, but composed of approximately 100 million pieces. Now imagine the puzzle is completed, glued in place, and hung on the wall in a nice frame. Functionally, it would work the same as a plain white poster, though it would still be composed of 100 million tiny, delicate pieces. though it is well out of reach now that the pieces have been glued firmly in place. It has all the simplicity of a sheet of paper. And since its functions are so simple, it is almost impossible for it to break down. However, by definition, it remains a construct composed of 100 pieces, 100 million pieces. So if someone wishes to tamper with its inner workings, they will have to remove those pieces one at a time. I see. At least, I think I do. Well, I will admit that it is something I made back when I had no particular goal and an overabundance of free time. Even so, none of the materials I used should degrade easily. Further, I employed a programmatic spell in its construction which would initiate a self-repair routine should anything happen to it. So to continue the metaphor, think of the paper moon as a jigsaw puzzle, which the beloved daughter and noted genius of the head of the Atlas Institute, constructed so well it should never come apart on its own. At any rate, let me take a look. Okay, first we activate this, then we do this. Hang on. That light on the monitor looks like a singularity signal? Can we get confirmation of this?
You're correct. It definitely does look like a singularity. But I'm not getting any singularity readings from it.
Are you certain?
Yeah, but it sure looks like one. On the world map, it looks like it's around Egypt.
I've been checking it over and over, but it just isn't entering any data into the paper moon. That light shouldn't be there.
So we are seeing this light even though no data has been entered? I can think of two possibilities. First, there's a problem with the display equipment. That is, there could be a stuck pixel on the monitor, or perhaps someone thinking themselves a jokester drew on the screen. In short, we are seeing something with no correlation to any data. But if that's not the issue, then we are left with our second possibility. The receptacle mechanism, that is, the paper moon itself, which is directly linked to the data, is emitting some kind of signal.
The light's getting brighter?
What's going on? All hands, emergency stations.
Are you okay, senpai? Stay close to me. It's so bright, I can't see anything. What the? Where am I?
So you're finally awake, huh? Guess you're still a big old sleepyhead.
Oh, Kama.
I guess that's okay, though. Sleeping in is a great way to indulge your lazy side. If you want to sleep your way closer to privity every day, I certainly won't be stopping you. So please, don't wake up on my behalf. Can't very well be my fault if something awful happens to you while you're asleep, after all.
Kama? What's going on?
Oh, knock off the sad puppy eyes, would you? I only just woke up here myself. I think we're in the same boat here. That is, I don't know any more than you do here.
Well, I'm still glad you're here with me.
Where'd that come from? I mean, come on. You know what my deal is, right? If anything, I'm more enemy than allies. So, smiling at me like that isn't going to... Huh? That's weird. I actually don't mind it. Okay, something's definitely not right here. Well, I'm just gonna forget about it. And there. Forgotten.
That was weird, but it's nothing that I can't handle.
Anyway, all I know is, when I came to... When I came to, it was just you and me here. No other servants, no staff members, nobody. No staff members, nobody. Also, none of our tech is working, comms included. No contacting anyone for us. So, what's the plan? I don't want to be doing any work if at all possible, but I guess I don't really have a choice since I'm the only one here. Fine, I can at least gather some information for you. Can't promise it'll be useful though. So, do you want to stick together or send me out on my own? It's up to you.
Hold it. How can you call yourself his friend? No, his servant, and not notice? I must say, you are being very inattentive. Did you not notice that he lost his balance just a moment ago? There is quite clearly something wrong with him, physically. That voice. Whoa. Is that a Sion younger version? Huh? Weird. Alright. What is this place? Section 1, Compass Inner Domain. Meet AI. Oh god. I don't like where this is going. Let me check their spoiler walkthrough just in case. Okay. Back to it. Okay. Support only. Alright.
Pardon me? I will examine you now. Body temperature, pulse, pupil dilation. Oh, normal. At a glance, you seem to be perfectly healthy. Do you have any other symptoms?
Nothing I've noticed. But anyway, is that really you, Sion?
Yes, I am Sion Outnab Sokaris. Why do you feel it necessary to reconfirm my name at this point so fast?
Oh shit, hold on, I got a phone call. 1 sec. Alright, back. Sorry, phone call. Interrupting in the middle of my stream. Anyway, see.
Why do you feel it necessary to reconfirm my name at this point so fast? Oh, come the hell on. You don't get to treat us like we're the dumb ones for asking that. You look completely different. How so? Besides, even in my visual data, that is, my appearance were different than usual, it would not be particularly significant. I know for a fact that I am Sion Outnow and that I perceive myself as such. Even when I tried, I could not perceive myself as anyone or anything else. It is the same for you too. Is that not right so fast, Master Jodea? And Kama, his servant?
I mean, there's definitely something different about you.
Okay, this is shady as hell. Are we seriously supposed to believe you're the same weirdo who practically lives in the command room? The Sion we know is just a regular Atlas Institute mage. She shouldn't be able to change her form the way I can. Vision jacking, physical modification, transferring your mind into a different body. Even the most average Atlas Institute mage could easily come up with 100 ways to change their appearance. That aside, I am still very much me. Further, I do not recall having changed my appearance recently. In fact, I find your assessment to be incredibly shallow and superficial. While I am at it, I should mention that if anyone here is shady, it is unquestionably you, Kama. Of all the heroics Beer Soap Boss is contracted to, why are you the only one to represent? That's what I like to know too. Frankly, I would not be at all surprised if you were feigned ignorance as part of some wicked plot. You are one of the servants who were potentially dangerous to Master Soap Boss, as you recall. At least, that is what I recall reading about you in our reports. Look, I'm telling you, I don't know anything. I'm not even sure how I wound up here. I think I was talking to someone before this happened, but that could just be my imagination. Though, I definitely feel weirdly lightheaded. And not in a fun way I felt during summer. How convenient. Everything you are saying is unprovable and you have offered no useful information whatsoever. Tell me, are you doing this on purpose?
Hey, maybe we should try investigating this place.
Fine. I predicted things would turn out this way. Thus far, everything is unfolding as I calculated. Is that so? Well, don't come crawling to me when troubles comes knocking. Anyway, how exactly should we go about this? Do we just walk around and see what we find? A moment. I want to share my underlying premises.
Underlying? Premises? Premise? I don't know. Premises or premise? Premise, I guess.
Why are you giving the ground a pat down? I knew it. I suspected as much earlier, but this confirms it. I am not able to determine the construction materials of this building. That I cannot tell is an answer in itself, just as I calculated. This place. No. This whole well is most likely... What was that? I heard it too, and it sounds like it came from pretty close by. I wonder where it will be. The first local we meet, or the first enemy we encounter? Wanna bet on which? Personally, I'm rooting for whichever one leaves you all groaning in disappointment. Oh, it's both. What a cop-out.
Somebody's been chased.
So they are. It looks like...
Whoa.
What in the world is that? It kinda looks like a sea fiend. It sure is slimy and nasty looking like one. Ugh, just my luck.
We've gotta save them.
Fine. Say no more. I'm your servant now and all that. Come on, you don't have to look at me like that to get me to help. Actually, I really wish you'd stop. It's making me queasy. Still, just remember this. The more you use me for your own convenience, or to satisfy your own desires, the more it's only fair that I get to use you for my convenience and desires to points you'll be racking up. And every point takes you that much closer to the edge of beautiful depravity. If you really are quantifying your frustration, the least you could do is include a way for people to see that number. That way, we can tell when you need a tune-up and when it is time to throw you into a trash heap.
You may want to stand back, Sion.
Do not worry about me. I am an Atlas Institute mage. I can take care of myself. For some reason, while it feels as though it has been a very long time since I used them, my actual skills have not atrophied. Whatever, just don't get in my way. I don't want to be held responsible if one of my last arrows happens to get you all hot and bothered. Alright, that's far enough. I don't know what the hell you are, and I'd really rather not have to deal with you myself. But it would be nice to squash you without worrying about lava depravity for a change.
That looks like a female of Chengong. Well, let's say Chengong female version. Looks like it. Alright, T-bond pot off. And then we have to switch this Mystico to,
What the hell was it? The mage. Here we go. Just starting. Feels like something stringy moved. Damn.
シュリンガーラヨーンこんな感じです。すごいの見せちゃいますね。いいですよね。愛そんなに欲しいんだ。はいはいいいですよ。命令とあらば打ちますよ。でもどんな風になっちゃっても知りませんから。カーマ三毛花満足しちゃったんですか？
Ooh.
Yay! Woo! Camera wins. I guess it's fine. Hmm?
Is something wrong?
I don't know. It's like my magical energy and body aren't working like they usually do. I can't quite tell for sure though. Oh well, who cares? The important thing is that nasty creature is dead now. Say, wanna stomp on it for good measure? This will be your chance to show up what a crew master you are. Go on, do it. It make you look really cool.
No way.
Shunned and isolated with only me to rely on, tumbling into depravity. Maybe I can still make that golden route a reality.
Anyway, did you do something during that battle, Sion?
Do not worry about me. That was essentially just a light warm-up. More importantly, who are you? We are, if nothing else, at least not your enemy. We are sufficiently intelligent to recognize when you are under attack. We are also sufficiently empathetic to help you. Are you okay? It seems your injuries are not too deep. Do you need first aid? No, that's alright. With enough resources and time, I can treat myself. After all, we are AIs whose primary function is medical. We are AIs whose primary function is medical treatment.
AIs?
I knew it. What's that stand for again? Artificial intelligence? That's right. We are computer programs designed to think, act, and converse of our own volition. I am part of the Rani series, type R for repair. I have no individual name. If you would like, I could tell you my unit number. I do not think that will be necessary though.
R-A-N-I? Ronnie?
So you are taking our acronym and sounding it out phonetically as a word for our name. Very sensible. We sometimes address ourselves in the same way when speaking to one another. Most AIs are created to fill a particular role. If your role is medical treatment, who or what do you usually treat? Oh, the other AIs here, of course. That goes for other types as well. As Type Rs, our duty is to repair damaged AIs and ensure everyone can perform at their maximum potential. And what is the AI's overarching purpose? That answer should also go without saying, but since you asked, it is to ensure the smooth functioning of this world. The whole world? That's awfully ambitious. Just as I thought, I could tell something was off from the beginning. I put this hypothesis on the back burner since I did not have enough data to verify it. But if you are an AI running this world, that should be sufficient to perhaps reveal the truth. This is a virtual world, or a conceptual one, if you prefer. Am I correct? Yes, that's right. We don't know all that much about this world. But we have been programmed with basic data regarding what it is called on the outside. Paper Moon. That is the name of the system, or rather, the world we AIs oversee.
Alright.
So, you're saying this is a virtual world inside a paper moon thingy?
Well, this place sure looks like reality to me.
Of course it does. Right now, it is our reality. The fact that our conscious minds perceive us as being here right now means that we ourselves have been transplanted into this virtual world somehow. This includes our brains, nervous systems, sensory organs, everything that makes us who we are. Consequently, even if there are discrepancies with the outside world, our minds are not presently able to perceive them. Let me see. For example, say a 2-meter tall person was keeping a 30-centimeter tall animal as a pet. Now imagine that this pet and its owner was sent to another world where everything was 1/10 its usual size, including them. Since everything around them remains at the proportions to which they are accustomed, the human and animal would never realize they were now 20 centimeters and 3 centimeters tall respectively. That being said, it seems unlikely that all of our outside world knowledge and sensation would be absorbed. So there are likely to remain noticeable discrepancies. Your suspicion regarding my supposedly new appearance is likely one such discrepancy. I do find it strange that I seem to be the only one who is unable to perceive a change in my appearance. Perhaps something happened when we were converted to fit in this world. It is probably a phenomenon along the lines of spirotron or pseudo-spirotron conversion. At any rate, even if this world is purely virtual, our perceiving it as reality means dying here would result in us meeting the same fate in reality, so be careful. Honestly, I have no idea what all that means, but I do know one thing. You're shady as hell. I mean, you Atlas Institute people are the ones who gave Chowder Paper Moon in the first place, right? Yes, that is true. Originally, the Paper Moon was passed down among Atlas Institute leaders, specifically the Eltnam family. Sepia, the current head of the Eltnam family, gave its custodial rights to his daughter on her 8th birthday. And until she turned 9, she focused on tuning it up and expanding its capabilities. After that, the Paper Moon was given to Chowder in accordance with the Atlas contract. So of course, it only made sense for me to continue maintaining it after we joined forces. However, the Paper Moon is ultimately no more than a device. Its internals run only the bare minimum of software. I certainly do not recall creating a world like this inside it. However, one could also argue that conceptual worlds of which we are unaware exist in all manner of places. As for the AIs, from a micro-magecraft perspective, it is possible that the self-advancing programs I installed could have evolved into artificial intelligence without me realizing it. It is quite fascinating.
So, is the fact that this world exists what keeps the Paper Moon working?
Conceptually speaking, yes. Though it may be more accurate to say that it was fitted into the Paper Moon rather than made for it. I would need an opportunity to make a more detailed examination of this world's laws before I could make a definitive determination. Sounds like you're dodging a question to me. I'm sorry to interrupt, but may I say something? Oh, sorry, we did not mean to ignore you. We can come back to this topic later. Hang on, you said you could heal yourself, right? Why are you not treating your injuries then? They certainly do not seem trivial enough to ignore. If the problem is that you are low on resources, we could share some with you. Running self-diagnostic program. Performance degradation rate is currently 37%. Usually, we would aim for a 0% degradation rate in order to satisfy our defined desires, and ensure operations continue to run smoothly. But right now, another routine is taking precedence. Meaning? While you could heal yourself, you currently have a higher priority? Correct. Allow me to give a more complete report. At present, a large number of my fellow Type R units nearby are under attack by more of those tentacled threats. I would like to ask you to rescue them so as to minimize the damage to Type R units as a whole. Would that be possible? Okay, here's being a good Samaritan, and there's this. We still don't even know what's going on here.
I figure if people are being attacked, we should help them out.
I thought you would see that, just as I calculated. Report, we're close. I detect multiple Type R units around that corner. However, in my estimation... And of course we have more of these freaking things. This is the worst. Come on, let us make our way through them. Please stand back, Ronnie. Understood. Although we repair AIs do feel joy when treating injuries. That doesn't mean we want to see units in good condition get hurt. Please be careful.
Let me try a different one. I guess I'm gonna go for the, in shenanigan ways, I guess. No, this one.
女神モード降臨。たっぷり性能を披露するといたしましょう。好き放題はち切れそうでしょ。いい風ですね。まっすぐに容赦なく太陽大上昇。好き放題扱ってあげましょう。
さてここからだ。ああ分かってる。
はち切れそうでしょ。全力出しちゃいます。はい。
ちょっとかわいそうかな。
樹海よ羅針を照らせ。同じ視点は得られずとも共に生きる同胞なれば我恐怖の銃も打ち倒そう。ガードします。人間の火力ではどうあっても私には及びません。おとなしく我が社に入いいえ我が軍門に下りなさい。
No, I'm not adding it. No. At least I could still back the camera up.
Look, I appreciate the support since it makes my job easier and all, but... Are you okay? You're looking a little what's that noise? I wish they'd pipe down. It's coming from around that corner. Sounds like they're really going at it. Report. I'm still detecting a large number of fellow Type R AIs. Many of them appear to be injured or immobilized. I can also confirm that the head of the Type R AI, our leader equivalent, is present. Leader equivalent? What an odd way to put it. Why not just call her your leader? Because at present, she also possesses a new extended function. It is recommended that you refer to her by her new role. Master, when addressing her.
Huh? It's no use. I'm too hungry to fight, or to care. Honestly, I could really go for a gaggle of gorgeous girls cheering me on right now.
Come on, get it together! You've got me cheering for you, right?
I already told you, I don't find you attractive. At all. Maybe if you started dressing more in line with my task. Whoa! Crash though you may be, you do's not. Okay, that's Saber Gilles coming back from like Singularity 1 Orleans, New Orleans, yeah. But actually it's actually Orleans. There's no new because New Orleans is in the States. Orleans is in France. Right, forgot about that. Class though you may be, you do not seem to be entirely lacking in skill. However, I grow tired of this meaningless dance. It's time I blade with faith in Chrism.
servants. What's next here? Oh, okay. What the? They're all clones? All these girls look exactly the same. Plus...
Who are you?
Ah, damn it. More enemies? Alright, time to make a run for it.
Hey, you can't turn tail at the first sign of trouble. What about the others?
Who cares? The weak always die first. That's just how it goes. Indeed, it is the law of nature that the feeble-bodied offer up their lives in sacrifice. Now then, I think I will help myself to a little snack.
Oh shit. Report, Unit 237 lost. Regeneration impossible. I think he just absorbed something that AI possessed. Probably magical energy or an equivalent of some kind. I guess that gloomy looking guy really is patrolling those tentacle creatures then. He seems kind of familiar, though I can't place him. Anyway, what do we do now?
Right now, we focus on protecting the AIs.
I will keep watch for any further attacks directed against them. If the enemy gets too close, I can at least buy you some time. But I am counting on you to take them out. Yeah, must be nice. Getting to just rest on your laurels playing cat's cradle while I'm out there busting my ass. Oh well, this might be a huge pain, but I guess it's just going to keep cropping up unless I pull it up by the roots. If I get the chance, I'll see what I can do about the gloomy guy.
Alright, change this one to that. Yuppers.
待機よし、思想よし。はい、NSS サービスですね。そのようにお参りしていきます。こちらの話です。感じますか？全生命に愛を込めて太陽大上昇全力出したい。ご用件は？樹海よ羅針を照らせ。同じ視点は得られずとも共に生きる同胞なれば我恐怖の火をも打ち倒さん。完全配分よろしくて好き放題扱ってあげましょう。樹海の息吹感じますか？ギューンギューン。はいまあ大胆。祭壇がないのならこうして自分で作るまでです。覚悟してくださいね。ククルカン本気パンチ。
Alright, next one. Saber Gillies.
愚かなり。おお、愚かなり。
What the fuck is a caster version? So apparently, I guess you must be the faker. Represented to be a saber, but you actually be a caster. Of course, there is a two variations of Gillies. That caster version wear robes, mantle, I think, yeah, mantle robes. That represents the caster. Anyway, changing line.
うまい手を考えよう。なーに僕の力じゃない。どう思う？
まっすぐに容赦なく太陽大上昇。ギューンギューン。はいあくまで華麗に。祭壇がないのならこうして自 自分で作るまでです。覚悟してくださいね。ククルカン本気パンチ。
なるほど。
Faker servant, I call that. That's not the Gillies I know.
Yeah, he might be just like a knight, but he sure doesn't fight like one. He's obviously much better at commanding those familiars. What's your deal? You've got a sword and all, but are you a secret caster or something?
Indeed, I am a caster. I'm impressed you noticed, fair maiden. The flowy scent clinging to you is delicious. Once you've grown up a little, I might even be willing to accept you as my bride.
Lucky me, but hard pass. Kinda got my hands full trying to push this Nimrod over the edge and into depravity. What's going on? Did they save us?
That's it! Excellent work, my friends! I've been waiting for you to show up. Now that you're here, this battle is as good as won. Come, let us fight together to put this caster in his Okay. Come, let us fight together to put this caster in his place. Huh? What would you have me do, master? So they've already teamed up with another faction. And we lack sufficient resources to take on two servants at once. Fall back for now, caster. Understood. Then it seems I'll have to invite you down to my room another time.
The remaining tentacle creatures have disappeared. It seems the situation has been resolved. Don't even think about asking me to go after them. Got it? I've already worked way too much here today. What's going on? Do you know these people?
Phew. Good. I knew I made the right call. If unexpected strangers show up, better to make allies of them before they can become your enemies. You never know how useful they might be. Granted, you don't usually get someone like Karna when you do that, but even so.
Hey, tell me what's going on already, Berserker.
Did he say Karna?
Huh? Hey, Master.
Oh.
Oh no, we should not have put this off until later. There has been something wrong with you since we arrived. Those battles must have only made things worse. Here, Sophrast, lie down, take some deep breaths, and... Sophrast?
Oh. Trying to get the light on. 1 sec. There we go. Alright, I'm back. Alright. Thank you. Yeah, whatever. I don't care about storm pods. Alright, String and Goodwill. Roniment. Section 2. So the first 2 arrows, no fight, but 3 and 4 does, I think. No, just arrow 3 fight, but arrow 4 does not.
Oh, good. You are awake. That is a relief. I swear, how many times are you going to do this? You really are a sleepyhead, aren't you? Don't scare me like that.
Where am I?
You're in a partition reserved for repair AIs, often referred to simply as repair itself. And this building is repair's headquarters. Thank you so much for saving everyone earlier. The this is probably the moment where I should introduce myself, right? I'm the Prime AI for the Type Rs and Head of Repair. Though right now, I'm also serving as the Master of Berserker. So maybe it would be easier for visitors like yourselves to address me like that. And this is...
Hey, come on. I thought I explained this on the way here. They're not really our allies. I just lied about that to get through that battle. If anything, this is a perfect chance to ambush them.
Don't be ridiculous! They were a tremendous help. Of course we're going to return the favor. I certainly don't have any routines that would let me do something so underhanded. Sorry about that. Here, let me introduce you to Berserker.
Fine, I guess. As you can see, I'm both the strongest and handsomest servant you could ever hope to meet. I'm still not sure why I wasn't summoned as a saber. But it's probably because my extraordinary strength led me to be mistaken for a berserker instead.
Yikes. Sorry about him. He's just like that.
Did I mention what a genius I am too? Talk about perfect! Ah, I love being stronger, handsomer, and nobler than anyone else in the world. Since I'm known for being fantastically easygoing, I don't mind talking with all of you. Just make sure you treat me with all the respect I'm due. Now then, for starters.
Is there a reason you're leering at us? Be aware that, should you come too close, I am prepared to mount a defense best described as devastating.
Just making sure of something. Small as you two are, you're both still women. Anyway, don't worry about it. Neither of you are at all what I'm looking for.
Huh?
Now, what's your story? You people are master and servant too, right? Don't bother trying to bullshit me. I already know about your command spells. Go on, where'd you come from? It's kind of hard to explain, but I guess Chaldea? You there. Based on the way you fight and act, I'm guessing you're an archer or an assassin.
Yeah, assassin. What about it?
So there's no class overlap. Then of course we're going to want to know where you've been assigned. Hold on. These numbers aren't adding up.
I think we may be talking around each other. Are you guys not taking part in this System Grail War after all?
Ugh.
Wait, we can compare notes later. Whatever is wrong with Sobras has still not been treated. So that should be our top priority. Oh, right. I'm sorry. Of course, I'll help however I can. It's my duty as both a repair AI and as one who owes you a debt. Besides, the whole reason we repair AIs exist is to treat those who need it. Having said that, my earlier scan didn't reveal anything unusual. Of course, our scanner is tuned for AIs, so I wouldn't be surprised if it missed something. Oh, don't worry. We already know you're not AIs yourselves. I also ran as many scans as I could on him while he was asleep. I believe the problem is a discrepancy in the spirotron conversion of his magical circuits and nervous system. You can tell? Theoretically, there is no way for me to know how much magecraft-related knowledge the version of me in this world may have lost. So what I am saying here is similarly based only on what I am currently able to perceive of the version of Sobras that exists in this world. Put differently, this is how this world's structure has interpreted that discrepancy. Regardless, discrepancy itself is not going to go away. The problem is that his magical circuits and nervous system connections are not optimized, which is resulting in constant garbage generation. Since this problem is tied to his body's composition, it will not get better on its own. In fact, if we do not do something, it will likely get worse. Then what are you waiting for? Do something already! I plan to, naturally. However, we have few options at our disposal. In the interest of being direct, there is but one possible treatment. It will be neither easy nor painless. Are you certain you want to go through with it?
If that's my only option, then yes, absolutely.
Oh, are you going to operate? If you need an assistant, the R series would be happy to help, myself included. We'd love to learn anything you can teach us. An operation would not be necessary. I doubt there is anything you could learn from this anyway. This is something only I can do. See this micron thick filament? It is a spiritual thread that has been passed down through the Elton family for generations. It is called etherlight. It was originally developed for medical purposes to be a kind of artificial nerve, so it should work for this treatment as well.
Is that what I saw you using during battle?
Yes, it is. In battle, I was only able to use it to distract those tentacle creatures. Here, I can do much more. Okay, so fast. Lie down here again and close your eyes. Whatever you do, do not move. I will be using etherlight as a substitute for your standard nervous system, and will connect then connect it to your magical circuits. To do so, yes, as I thought, this is the only way. Alright then, here goes. Okay, you can open your eyes now. How are you feeling?
I think I'm doing a lot better.
I see. I'm glad to hear that. It looks like it worked. Oh, I have no idea what you just did, but I always love seeing someone get better. Hang on. It feels like something's helping masters of my magical energy connection now. I anticipated this. It is an unavoidable side effect. Etherlight is capable of piercing the brain directly. But in this situation involving magical circuit spiritual conversion, I needed one more special path. So I used the command spell system, which is directly connected to mage's magical circuits, to force a new route for the etherlight. Basically, this means that my etherlight is now taking the place of part of sub-fast command spells and magical circuits. And of course, since I am still the one controlling the etherlight, you could say that I, myself, am now part of his command spells and magical circuits. Say what? So fast, are you seriously going to let someone besides me take something important of yours? Do you realize you're basically putting your life in her hands?
Well, we didn't have any other choice, so what?
Yes, morally speaking, this was arguably not the best course of action. It was, however, the only one available. This is just an inevitable trade-off. Incidentally, from now on, any magecraft you use through Mystic Codes or the like will go through me as well. You could argue that we are two people forming a single master now. I've never heard of anything like that before. Is that a thing you can actually do? If you are referring to the technical complexity of what I have done, I will simply say that many new possibilities are available here because this is not reality. I am so uncertain whether such a thing is possible in the outside world. Honestly, I do not care. I can't believe I let this untrustworthy brat take control of something that important. I never would have let her do this if I'd known what it meant. Damn it. I don't entirely understand what you're talking about, but he's basically healed now, right? Correct. So long as I am around to support him, he can move and fight without impairment.
Thanks, Jan. This will be a big help.
Do not worry about it. There's no need for excessive gratitude. Besides, now that I am here for this time, of course I am going to do what I can to help. This is great. When you have your health, you really do have everything. Oh, that reminds me. I got an individual name of my own when I became a master. Berserker came up with it. It's Ayas. It's Ayas. He says it means life. Anyway, you can call me that too, if you like.
Okay, I will then.
Got it!
Is this Ayas or Ayas?
Honestly, this may be strange coming from an AI, but I actually really like it.
I was fine just calling her Master, but it's pretty inconvenient not having a name. And since she's always going on about health and treatment, Ayas seemed like a good fit. Besides, being of noble birth, it was often my job to name people anyway. All part of my noblesse oblige. Ah, right. You've obviously figured out that I'm an important prince. I couldn't hide my royal aura if I wanted to. Still, don't expect me to just up and tell you my true name. Especially not during the Grail War. By the way, didn't you mention Karna earlier?
And Ayas is a Okay. And Ayas is a Sanskrit word.
If anything, I'd say you smell more like the demon Kali to me.
You are connected to Karna, so you are from the Mahabharata, and you are also a prince who smells like Kali the demon.
Then, does that mean... Are you Duryodhana? What? How did you figure out so quickly? I don't know. Learn the history? Alright, next one. Guess I'm even more famous than I thought. Yes, this must be the price of fame. That's how I'm going to think about it.
Duryodhana, elders of the Kauravas, the 100 princes born to the Kuru clan. And also a child of ill omen said to be an avatar of Demon Kali, if I am not mistaken.
Hey, you've got that last part all wrong. That was just a nasty rumor the enemy spread to ruin my reputation. At least, I'm pretty sure it was. Trust me, no other prince has ever been as universally adored as I was. But never mind that now. You know Karna. We're acquainted, yes. I see. Sounds like you and he have fought together then. He's a lackey. Flunky. Dear friend of mine. You probably already know this, but I was the one who discovered him. He wouldn't be who he is if not for me. So whatever respect or admiration you have for him, you ought to have even more for me. Got it? I actually know Arjuna as Stop! Don't bring up the 5 princes now. My heart can't take it. That is, it makes me sick. Listen, it's not that I'm scared of them. It's definitely not that. But at least wait until I'm more in the mood. Right now, I'm still reading from my true name coming out so casually. I really am.
I still don't get what you're talking about, but it sounds like your name is better known than you thought. True, I can see how that would be a disadvantage in battle, but what can you do? It's not like you were going to be able to keep it hidden forever.
Yeah, let's just leave it at that. Turns out I'm so famous, it even scares me. End of story. You, and more importantly I, don't need to think about anything else.
To be frank, knowing your true name does not change things for us one way or the other. Now, if you have both calmed down, would you tell us more about what is going on around here? Let's see, where to begin? Well, the system currently running is called an AI Holy Grail War, or just a Grail War.
That's where you're starting? Come on, these two are a master and servant. I'm sure they already know that much.
But they're not AIs like we are, and there are 2 of them. So I think it's possible that they might be here because of an anomaly of some kind, even if they have nothing to do with the system itself.
Do you really? That's ridiculous.
It feels like you're mocking us. I don't like it. But anyway, it sounds like we'll never get anywhere unless we hear what this Grail War is about. In the Holy Grail Wars we are familiar with, 7 Master and 7 Servants fight one another in the deadly battle royale. The survivor gets a Holy Grail, which they can then use to grant any wish they want. Does that match your understanding? Well, I don't think ours is exactly about granting wishes. For one thing, the whole point of this system is to perform maintenance on this world. Completing these Grail Wars is what keeps the Paper Moon operating properly. So that's the main reason we hold them.
You hold Holy Grail Wars to keep the Paper Moon's world running smoothly?
If that doesn't make sense to you, then you must really be anomalies. That means you should go see someone who can tell you more than I can. Like the central governing AI who serves as the overseer of the Grail Wars? Central governing AI? What are you talking about? I thought you liked the AIs. No, I'm basically just a representative of the repair AIs. The AI I'm talking about is much more advanced than we are. She oversees all of the Paper Moon's different types of AI. We can take you to see her right now, if you like.
Huh? Are you serious? Why should we go to all that trouble?
Oh, don't be so petulant. We still owe them a debt for saving us, don't we?
But what if that caster comes after you again?
Well, we should be okay if we go straight there. I don't think Caster will come after us again so soon. Not after retreating like that. And we should be safe where the central governing AI is, since it's a natural location. Fighting is prohibited there. If possible, I would also like to know more about this world's geography. I see. So you don't even know that much, Then I'll tell you about the different zones, the partitions on the way. You know, this is kind of fun. I've never walked and talked with people before. Everywhere I go has always just been for work. Oh, is this one of those picnic things I've heard about? This is amazing.
No, I'm pretty sure this isn't a picnic.
Oh, shush. Okay, I'm going to go get ready. I'll be right back, okay? Fine, then I will tell Silvras more about this while we wait. Silvras, would you mind closing your eyes for a bit?
Oh. I think I saw something out of the corner of my eye.
Since we are already connected via Etherlight, I threw in an information processing program as a bonus. It will automatically organize the information we acquire. I will set it up so you can easily access it with just a thought. Of course, I do not want to waste its capacity, so I will not send you any especially bulky data. But I think it should still help you make some sense of the current situation. So please, make use of it.
Thanks, Sion.
No problem. Anyway, we should probably get ready to head out too.
Alright, support only. Alright. At this top left, there's the documentation icon.
Alright, let's get going. See you later, Master. We'll look after things here while you're gone.
Wait, are you?
Yes, I'm the first AI you rescued. Thank you again for saving me. Result, I've been treating myself since your rescue effort and am currently at 0% damage. I'm in perfect working order. The other damaged repair AIs have entered standby mode. And we're treating each of them in turn as soon as we're able. Apart from the ones who were completely destroyed, every unit should eventually be able to return to their standard routine.
Glad to hear it.
While they did stray outside our regular operating parameters, all the AIs who were there talked it over. And we all agreed that seeing you off as an expression of our gratitude was our top priority. I'm here on their behalf, so I hope you don't mind that I'm recording your reaction for our logs. Part of me would like to keep this recording all to myself, but it's only right that I upload it to our shared storage. There you go, casually raising your affinity with non-humans. Again. Do you just not need my arrows anymore? Is that it? I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm happy about whatever gets me less work to do. Oh, I almost forgot. I also wanted to give you this ornament as a token of my thanks. Please, accept it. You want to give us what? What did you do? Did you just give me some magical energy? Oh, I see. So you're still not aware of it. Ornament is the formless but potent energy that serves as the most fundamental common resource for this world's AIs. You've been consuming it yourself whenever you've done anything in this world, even if you weren't aware of it. It doesn't really matter what it's called, but since we had to call it something, the central governing AI came up with a name for us. Naming essential things is the first step in creating a beautiful management system, after all. That sounds like it serves the same function as magical energy in the outside world. Now that I think of it, it does make sense that a conceptual world with its own unique scale would have its own kind of magical energy circulating throughout it to match. Oh, I guess that explains why my magical energy felt weird right from the beginning. So it's been replaced with something else this whole time.
Is it actually different from magical energy somehow?
I doubt it is significantly different with regards to the interaction between master and servant. We don't know anything about the outside world's magical energy, but for AIs, Raniment is our life force. It's the only resource in this world that is universally recognized as something valuable and tradable. In that sense, I suppose it's kind of like our currency. That's why I thought giving you some would be a good way to express my appreciation. Yeah? Well, I guess I do feel a little fuller now. So thanks. An energy resource that is used as a form of currency, huh? Then it stands to reason there would be people like that caste who are willing to take it by force.
What about me? Where's my Raniment?
I already gave you your regularly scheduled amount.
But I'm a grunt servant and as royal as they come. Don't I deserve a little something extra?
Still no. Okay, everyone, let's get going. See you later, everyone. And please be careful. Okay, so the central governing AI is located, well, right in the center of this world. She almost never moves from there, because she doesn't have to. You mentioned she is in the neutral location earlier? What did you mean by that? Well, before I get into that, I have to tell you about how this world is shaped. Maybe a diagram would make it easier to understand. So this is our world. As you can see, it's basically a big circle. There's another, smaller circle in the center. The outer area is divided into 5 partitions. If you count the center circle, there are 6 in total. Each of these partitions is a home base for one of the 6 types of AI that run the Paper Moon. Of course, the AIs all go to other areas as well when they have a job to do. But having a default location for them to gather at makes it easier to keep things running smoothly. 6 types of AI. I take it you repair types are one of those 6 then? Yep! The repair area, where we are now, is right here. And these are transfer, keep, grow, build, and defend. Each area is designed to support its partition's function. They are also where the AIs that carry out that function gather. The central area, defend, is probably the most immediate relevant for us now. You see, it's the closest thing we have to neutral ground during this Holy Grail War. No servant or master is using defend as a base. The very center, where the central governing AI resides, is the most neutral area. Fighting is completely prohibited there. So that's why I figured it wouldn't be too dangerous to go there now.
I see.
So, I'm guessing, say, transfer is where we find AIs that carry stuff around them. But you know, if what AIs just said is true, then the only reason the Paper Moon works is because of all these AI doing their jobs. What's more, it sounds like the supposed caretaker of the Paper Moon isn't even aware of these AIs. I ask you, does that seem likely? So you are still suspicious of me? I told you, this is a virtual, conceptual world. Even if we were able to observe the inside of a Paper Moon from the outside somehow, I still do not think we would be able to see how this world works. Let me see. Here is an example. When you explain how the body's circulatory system works to a child, you talk about the functions red and white blood cells perform as though they were people, right? Think of this in much the same way. This world we see now is just a way for our minds to make sense of what we see now that we are inside it. Every job these AIs perform can be equated to a separate maze grab or a chemical reaction from the real world. Electrons flowing between electrodes, workers transporting electrons as cargo. We may be operating from different perceptual paradigms, but there is no functional difference as far as this world is concerned. We are only able to understand events in terms native to the world from which we originate. I think that is why things here appear the way they do to us.
I think I get it.
So you're saying this world just formed on its own? How convenient. Well, maybe it is, but it is still the truth. Honey, get over it. I'm not sure what you guys are talking about, but be nice to each other, okay? Healthy minds make healthy bodies. And look, we're almost to the bend.
So we really going in there.
Is something wrong, Berserker?
While I am, of course, a super strong, ultra powerful warrior, I'm also incredibly savvy general. I once surveyed 100 people, Red Princess, to see if they thought my intellect overwhelming virtue were leagued better than those of that spoiled brat, Yodhishthira. And every single one of them said yes. That is an incontrovertible fact. And that same incredible intellect has led me to realize what I need to do now. This. Uah!
Hey, what the hell?
Okay, 1v1. Yeah, looks like it. Oh, Sion skills. Beginning with this battle, Sion skills will be available in place of the master skills associated with your Mystic Code. Mystic Code XP gained through the battle will be applied to Mystic Code you have equipped. Yeah, alright. That looks like the same as the, what's that called? Combat suit? Yeah, the combat suit, the orange suit, or whatever that thing. The orange suit thing, like the armor and stuff, but yeah. But this one is like much more upgraded version because, let's take a look at this here. Intellect cover, increase attack up, MP strength up, and MP guards for a single ally. Oh, cool. Use this. And then what's this one here? Inflict stun and decrease defense 1 turn to a single enemy. I'm going for it at the like debuff. And then what's the third one? Probably nothing. It's just like switch or a substitute number. Dip the calculation. Alright, okay.
こんな感じです。こんな感じです。こんな感じです。いいですよね。愛。私も大好きです。しょうがないな。そんなに欲しいんだ。命令とあらば打ちますよ。でもどんな風になっちゃっても知りませんから。ターマ三毛花。翻弄しますね。優しくしてあげます。ちょっと重たいの。あげますね。しょうがないな。そんなに欲 欲しい。はいはい。いいです。こんなのがいいなんて。行きます。翻弄しますね。ごめんなさい。でも好きでしょ。
華麗な動きだろ。記念に死んでおれ。
You're done.
いいですよね。しょうがはいはい。いいですよ。命令通らば撃ちますよ。でもどんな風になっちゃっても知りませんから。
金だわ。
タマさんの
はあ。
満足しちゃったんですか？
Alright. Alright, next one is no fight. Alright. Prepare partition subdivision.
Oh! Are you stupid or something? Oh, right. You're a berserker. Never mind. Anyway, now that we know for sure you're an enemy, it's time for you to die. I must admit that you are not mistaken. He has been watching us, seeking an opportunity to attack for a while now. I assumed it was only a matter of time. Just as I calculated.
Why did you attack us out of nowhere? I thought I could take you if I ambushed you, but you're surprisingly strong for a little girl. I must have let my guard down without realizing it, or something. Well, guess there's only one way to get through this now. Good job! Looks like you diligently kept up with your training. Now I know how strong you are.
The hell did you just say?
I wanted to make sure you were prepared for a surprise attack. A little bit of tough love from me to you. Rona used to do this kind of thing to me all the time. Seriously, I usually just pawned it off on Karna and make myself scarce though. For all the complicated talk, that's one still a servant. So they must be connected to the System Girl war somehow. It would have been a big advantage if I'd been able to take her down now, while she wasn't on her guard. But there'll still be plenty of chances, so I'll just try to again later. I knew I was a genius of a general. Sorry about that. I couldn't help wanting to know how you all stacked up to a real warrior among warriors like me. I should have treated you a little more like civilians instead.
What were you thinking? For a moment, I thought you were seriously fighting them. Apologizing is a start, but can't you at least try to sound like you mean it? I'm sorry about that. Are you okay? Are you hurt? Please, let me repair you. It's okay. I'm fine. If it was just the two of us here, I'd be sending him down to the pits of depravity and loving him to death right about now. But I can't do that when Master's here acting like it's no big deal. It'd make things so much easier if he would just give the order. But of course, he never would. Ugh.
Why are you glaring at me like that?
It's nothing. I swear, one of these days, you're going to find yourself up to your eyeballs in trouble.
Now, let's all just get along here. By the way, it's been bugging me that you know my true name and I don't know yours, so I've been giving it some thought. Those Indian flower arrows of course remind me of deity Kama, so I was wondering.
Look, that says, what do we do?
Look, that says, good question. I think it's okay if they know, but... Whoa, hold on. Did you think I was so dim-witted I wouldn't notice those looks you're giving each other? Does this mean you really are Kama? But then, why are you a girl?
I have my reasons. Besides, gender's no big deal to us.
Well, I guess that makes sense. You are a god and all. Anyway, Aruso-inducing flower arrows, huh? With those, I could easily woo the Draupadi, and all those other beautiful women I had my eye on.
Just so you know, I'm boycotting my divine duties right now, so don't expect anything out of me, no matter how much you pray. For that matter, you've got a lot of nerve bringing that up after you went and sucker punched us. Try something like that again, and I'll kill you right on the spot. Got it?
Oh yes, I understand. So as gods and as servants, I would like nothing more than to continue this relationship on the foundation of mutual respect. Of course, when you get right down to it, Kama here is still one of our gods. If I play my cards right, I think I can use her to our advantage.
Why are you in such a good mood? Well, never mind. Come on, we're almost to defend.
Oh, sorry. Police or a security guard. Those Ronnies definitely look a little different.
Those are Type D AIs. Even this world sees the occasional bug or two. It's their job to find and eliminate them. I guess they're kind of like what you call police officers in the outside world. Anyway, they're very important, so don't do anything to provoke them or we'll be in big trouble. So, this is where the central governing AI is located, huh? It looks a lot like a church. I don't know why it's designed like that, but I don't think it has any particular meaning. It was probably just the most stable design or something. Anyway, let's go in. First, I'll just send an entry request, and... Okay, we're approved.
With the... I overheard your conversation, and yes, you're right. There is no particular reason for this building being shaped the way it is. Certainly no religious connotations. We just measured the average data values and selected what seemed to be the most natural and appropriate form. I believe the term you have for this is tradition. Huh? I should have known there'd be a Ronnie here too. Now that looks like Chengong, female version, right there.
Indeed, there is. I am the primary AI that serves as a foundation for all the Ronnie series AIs that exist in this world. So of course the other AI's appearance settings would be based on my own. I also gave a lot of thought to what to call myself. We may not have needed individual names before, but I can see there is no need to reject them. If anything, they would appear to be beneficial. So you could say that I, and I alone, am Ronnie, but that wouldn't be quite right. I'm the only AI who performs the functions I do, so I don't have a type prefix. No, in my case, I think calling me by my current version, based on the number of times I have undergone a major update, would be more appropriate. As such, please call me Ronnie XII. Let's see, so I don't know what number it is. I'll just call it Ronnie XII. Yes, that will be my name from now on.
Okay.
Alright, let's see here. I'm on Act 3, so Arrows 1 and 2, no fight, but Arrow 3, yes. I will end that stream after end of the act or section 3 part. Holy Grail War, your starlet. On that note, allow me to officially welcome you to our world, visitors from the outside.
good of you to come as well. Aeus, prime AI of the type Rs, and your servant, Berserker.
So you're the trust. So, you're the central governing AI, huh?
Hey, stop staring at her. Don't you know that's rude? Thank you, Governor. I didn't really know what to do after these people saved us. So I thought I'd bring them here and ask you, well, everything I didn't have an answer for. Is that okay?
You made the right call. Part of my job is dealing with unexpected problems whenever they... Warning. Any attempts to forcibly assess my inner workings could put every function under my supervision at critical risk. I do not recommend this course of action. I certainly don't approve of it. Were I to abandon the nomenclature associated with the systems I govern, I might simply say, what the hell do you think you're doing?
Pardon me. Before we go any further, I thought I should verify what kind of being you are. Since you have introduced yourself, I will do the same. My name is Sion Eltnam Sokaris. I used to be the Paper Moon's caretaker. Could you search my name to see if I have administrator access?
Searching. No results. But even if you were once the Paper Moon's caretaker, I have no way of determining that. All I can say in response is that so?
Hold up. If you really did design and manage this well, wouldn't that make you its god or something? So why the hell do you apparently not even have the authority to tell this living doll what to do? I only have custody over Paper Moon as a device. But this world and the AIs that spawn inside it are that device's contents. So when you think about it, it makes sense that I would not have direct administrative access over them.
Oh god. I see. That's certainly a fascinating idea. Then in accordance with the basic information I have on the outside world, let me ask you this. If a being you had never seen before were to suddenly appear and declare themselves your world's god, how would humans typically react?
Well, I guess all we could do is say, is that so?
I see. Then it seems my reaction was correct, since these circumstances are essentially the same as my hypothetical.
Well, I suppose it is no big deal. For my part, I do not intend to declare myself the god of a bunch of AIs I have no recollection of making. Besides, I was able to learn some things from the brief moment I touched you with my etherlight.
Like what?
Her disposition and mass. If I really had created her, then just like a programmer reading their own code, I should have been able to read and modify any and all information about her. But I was unable to learn anything more than I would if I had examined another human. Remember what I said about perceiving this world via the paradigm with which we are familiar? In this case, it means that I can only relate to her as a person, not as a creation I can manipulate however I like.
If I were to guess, the fact that you have tangible bodies here means that, component-wise, you are the same kind of being as us.
Even so, I can say that Ronnie XII here is indeed an AI. I felt the same reaction from her as I did when I touched Aeus with Etherlight. Huh? When did you do that? Don't touch me without at least saying something. It's embarrassing.
There are some things I can say about you as well. I searched you using my full authority as a central governing AI, and it's clear you are not AI yourselves. In fact, you weren't created inside a Paper Moon at all, which means you must be visitors from the outside. This means you are not of this world but possesses the same structural integrity as AIs like us, though you are yourselves not AIs.
So, they're outsiders who just happen to end up here?
Unfortunately, their presence here may not be entirely coincidental,
since 2 of them are master and servant. I would guess that they've also been selected to take part in the System Grail War. Normally, all masters would be chosen from among this world's AIs, and given a set of randomized modifications.
Why randomized?
The prime AIs that are chosen to become masters may be of different types, but they're all still Rani series at their core. We thought that, were they to all become masters under identical conditions, they would all end up using the same strategies and taking the same actions. That wouldn't work for the System Grail War, which expects a certain degree of active, irregular resource allocation. So we arranged things to ensure each AI would be assigned a set of random individual traits when they became a master. In summary, the master AIs are prime AIs who were randomly transformed in both appearance and personality. Now, with that in mind, let's turn the subject back to you. Since you possess a similar structural integrity to the master AIs, I would guess you've been caught up in the System Grail War for reasons that are still not clear to me.
We have no desire to participate either, of course. Is it possible for you to sever our connection to that system and return us to the outside world?
Unfortunately, no. The Grail War is executed by the world itself. As the central governing AI, part of my job is to oversee the war. But I can't intervene in the actual system. The most I can do is run add-ons or mods based on the existing rules. There's nothing I can do to change the rules themselves.
Then how can we get back to the outside?
You showed up here right when the System Grail War was starting, in a form that ties you directly to it. This would seem to indicate that the system, for whatever reason, elected to reach into the outside world to bring the 3 of you here during its initial execution. In which case, I think completing or ending the System Grail War may trigger your return to the outside.
I see.
I guess that's only the clue we have to go on. Well, fine. Then can you tell us more about this System Grail War?
Of course. To begin, the System Grail War is meant to repair and stabilize the Paper Moon's world whenever an irregularity of some kind occurs. You could think of it as an optimization or defragmentation routine, which is executed at a worldwide scale.
Now that you mention it, before this happened to us, the Paper Moon was malfunctioning for reasons we could not determine. And you say this system is designed to correct those kinds of malfunctions?
Correct. We don't know what caused the malfunction either. All the AIs remained fully functional as normal. It may be that the world chose to execute its most powerful stabilization routine specifically because nobody knows why this happened. However, the Paper Moon is also very unlikely to return to normal form so long as the System Grail War is ongoing. If we ignore it, the strain could continue to increase until the Paper Moon is no longer able to function normally again. I cannot say what such a situation might be like, as I've never experienced anything like it. I'm not able to simulate one either. At worst, it is possible the entire world could quite literally shatter.
We can't let that happen. The Paper Moon is way too important.
Good grief. Shouldn't you be more worried about what would happen to us if things came to that?
Let me tell you the AI Holy Grail War. That is, the System Grail War's rules. As you can tell from the name, this Grail War's masters are usually all AIs, 5 of them, specifically. I believe you already know this, but those AIs are the prime AIs based on the respective AI type of each of this world's partitions. These include Keep, Transfer, Build, Grow, and Repair. In order to ensure individuality among masters, each prime AI is given a randomized personality and a single command spell. One of those masters is right over there.
That's me. Like I said, I'm the master representing the repair partition. 5 AIs? In the Holy Grail Wars we know, there aren't usually 7 masters. Is it only 5 here?
That's right. It's because we only have 5 usable areas. The partitions. The defend area's Type D AIs need to focus on dealing with the bugs that naturally occur in this world, so they never got to get involved in the Grail War. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, alright. And then the 6 is the central one. Furthermore, as a central area, defend is also the only partition with a neutral zone. This church is under my jurisdiction as the Grail War's overseer. Combat of any sort is prohibited here, and any non-peaceful interference with irregular AIs, including defense Type Ds, is prohibited in all the other areas as well. Once the Master AIs are sufficiently diversified, they each summon a servant and fight to determine the victor. Once the last Master AI remaining is determined, the system takes all the energy that was accumulated via combat and uses it to restore the paper moon to working order. So my guess is that a 6th team won't have any adverse effects on the system.
I see. So we, or rather, he and Kama are the 6th master and 7th pair that do not correspond to any of the districts. So that really is what this means. That's going to be a problem, right?
Exactly. Now do you see? I knew I was right to ambush them earlier to see how strong they were. Purely for training reasons, of course. But a Holy Grail War can only have one victor. If you're given a chance to thin out the competition, it only makes sense to take that opportunity. After all, both Master and Servant alike have a reason for wanting to win. They do? Oh, come on, you really don't get it. The winner is granted any wish they like. That's why Master and Servants fight together to try and achieve victory. Hell, that's the whole reason the Holy Grail War exists in the first place, right?
Yeah. Alright, I'll be right back. I gotta go take a washroom break. Alright, I'm back. Turn on this. There we go. Next one. AI Masters have a duty to restore the Paper Moon's world to normal working order. Regardless of the randomized personality they are given, that core duty won't change. Furthermore, the AI who wins the System Grail War becomes the next central governing AI. That AI is then upgraded and given the right to customize the next version of the world. Should the new personality happen to instill in them a wish, it likely also enables them to acquire whatever that wish might be. That is how our world continually undergoes change, bringing it with much needed diversity. And the same is true for the winning servant. That servant is given the right to remain a resident of the new world and to have a wish granted, so long as it is within the central governing AI's power to grant. We call this concept of granting the winner's wishes the Holy Grail, which is why this ritual is sometimes referred to as the AI Holy Grail War, as well as the System Grail War.
Yeah, I don't really care what it's called. What I want to know is, what happens if a non-AI master like Sobras here wins?
I doubt you would be given the authority to become the next central governing AI. So in that scenario, I promise I will do everything I can to grant your wish instead.
Is that so? There's still a lot we don't know about the situation, and we definitely can't be sure that dying in here won't result in our minds dying out there. I'll tell you right now, that our wish is to leave this place and get back to the outside world. So, to have that wish granted, and so we don't have to die, and so we don't die while we're here, we need to win this Holy Grail War. That about right?
That is what it boils down to, yes. And since the condition for stopping the System Grail War is to have only one team left standing, the addition of an unexpected 6th team does not meaningfully change the proceedings. If you want to end this Holy Grail War, you will have to fight and win.
I see. Then I guess in one sense, you were right to try and ambush us, Berserker. I don't know what kind of wish you're looking to make yourselves. But either way, it looks like we're going to have to try and kill each other sooner or later.
Oh, you finally figured it out. Essentially, yes. That's what it all comes down to. I'm sure it's not easy, but try to keep up with me, okay?
Are your memory spaces malfunctioning? Let me remind you that this church is a neutral zone. Fighting is strictly prohibited. If you violate that rule, every Type D in this area will swarm and capture you, if not eliminate you outright. You will also be disqualified from the Holy Grail War. But why waste time? It just makes sense to get rid of them now. Kindly shut your hole. Kindly shut my hole? The rules are in place for a reason. Formulas must be upheld. As the central governing AI, I will not tolerate any exceptions. Oh, me too. I also think fighting here would be a bad idea. Though that's not to say fighting somewhere else would be a good one. Look, since you guys are an anomalous sixth team, you don't have your own home base area, right? Of course not. Then how about we work together until we're the last two teams standing? At that point, we can have a good, clean fight to wrap things up. No hard feelings. That way, I can pay you back for saving us and you can come and go from the repair partition as you like. I mean, I think you'll have a pretty hard time here without your own area. After all, indeed, without your own area, it will be very difficult to replenish your raniment. Raniment? So basically, our magical energy here? Generally speaking, raniment is something all AIs possess. The more raniment you can collect through trade, negotiation, and so on, the more resources you will have for your servant, which will in turn give you an advantage in battle. Trade and negotiation? Why would other AIs bother with those? Wouldn't they only care about making sure their leader wins? Usually, yes. However, AIs do each have free will. In addition, they have their own desires to fulfill their given function. So by assisting any AI who cannot fulfill their functions for one reason or another, you should be able to acquire raniment from other AIs even if they're from a different area. If they want to give you raniment for whatever reason, I'm certain they will. Well, technically, it would also be possible to extract raniment from AIs who are unwilling to give it away. I see. So that is why that caster was attacking the repair AIs. He was trying to steal a resource which is essentially life force, magical energy, and currency all in one. Yeah, and who's going to just sit back and let someone like that take what they want without trying to stop them? It might be faster in one sense, but it's definitely not easy. So a master who's open to more, well, peaceful transactions. That is, someone who gets along well with other AIs is going to have a big advantage. In your case, you've already met the repair AIs, so that should make a lot of things easier for you. To be completely honest, Berserker doesn't have a lot of raniment to spare right now. We still haven't replenished what he used when we fought off Caster. That training exercise didn't help matters either. So we're going to have a hard time in our next battle unless we can go back and fill up. Basically, we'll be stuck in a recovery phase for a while.
Come on, why would you tell them that? If bandits come knocking, who do you think they'll go for? A target who's had a full meal and has lots of energy, or a target who's obviously so hungry they can barely stand up straight? Exactly. So if you don't want to be a target, you need to act tough even when you're starving. Though, I guess there's not much you can do about your stomach growling.
Think about it, Berserker. If another servant were to attack us on our way back, wouldn't it you feel better knowing Assassin was here to help? Like they say, two heads are better. Well, in this case, safer than one. It's true now, and it'll be true tomorrow. I know you're smart, so I'm sure you also knew there was a good chance we were going to team up with them in the future, right?
Well, I guess so. I was thinking more in terms of using them rather than teaming up, but I suppose it all works out the same. That aside, I've never seen Master this aggressive before. I wonder what changed. Oh, maybe it's because this is all close to her wish. Fine, I guess I've got no choice then. And there are some advantages in it for me. Namely, the soft-hearted, naive Master and his assassin servant. It's a safe bet they won't betray us before the end. And I doubt they'll even notice if I come up with a secret plan to beat them during our final showdown. All told, this deal has no downside for me. Alright, fine. It'll be dangerous for us, but we do owe them further help. So it is with a heavy heart but an open mind that I accept the risk of teaming up with you. We will be on the same side until we are the last two teams remaining then.
You're really trying to work this so we feel like we owe you, aren't you? Sucks for you. I never feel like I owe anyone anything.
For now, I'm just glad you agreed to team up with us. Thanks. It's fine. I like people who makes themselves useful to me. So just keep up the hard work and all will be well.
Yay! Now we can stay together for the time being. Okay, let's start by heading back to repair and stocking up on Raniman. How exactly do we go about collecting Raniman from other AIs? Did you use your authority as the prime AI to requisition it or something? Well, I could, but I'd rather not. It does make things harder down the road. In general, AIs are programmed to return favors and pay appropriate compensation. These AIs remain active even during a system guerrilla war and constantly encounter problems that need to be solved. So by helping AIs with their work or solving problems for them, you will earn their gratitude and should accordingly have no trouble acquiring Raniman in exchange. There you have it. Now come on, let's get back and get busy. We've got our work cut out for us. Thanks for everything, Governor. See you later. There's no need to thank me. This is all part of my duties. Good luck, everyone. Executing issue raising program. Aye, nay, and abstaining votes tied. That was an error. I cannot deny the possibility that I behaved inappropriately. I am the Guerrilla Wars Overseer. It's my duty to remain neutral. Even so, I wound up wishing the outsiders luck. May I need to add another layer of verification to my standard pleasantries routine. But that can wait. Right now, I need to come up with a solution to make this right, and quickly. If I can't take back my encouraging words, then I'll just have to make more such remarks to balance things out. Embarrassing though that may be. Alright then, to right this wrong. I'll send similar thoughts and well wishes to the other teams as well, in my capacity as Overseer.
Hey, Master, how's your mood now? Bad. Now shut up. Perfect. I'm pretty confident this time, so you'll be in a great mood when this is over. What did I just say? I love it. This world's just full of surprises. Don't you agree, Ryder? Not interested. I'm a tool for my master. Nothing more, nothing less. My only concern is doing my job when I'm needed. That's so. Well, whatever. Tools are extensions of our hands. When there aren't enough hands to go around, we'll take whatever we can get. Shit, this place is so damn fascinating I can't decide what I want to investigate first. The hell happened to this world's future, huh? Look at this, Saber. What do you think? Isn't it huge? Isn't it grand?
I guess. Would you please keep your distance? I dislike the heat of others' bodies so close to me. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yes, that's right. I'm still not quite satisfied. Still, are you sure about this? It's easy to pick flowers from a field, but also means the field will eventually be barren. Don't worry, the flowers grown here are cheap and infinitely replaceable. Their saving grace is that they're easy to acquire. But real value? Real value is only found in what is truly exceptional, in the blue bloods, such as myself. That is why there is only ever one truly correct, rational answer. If we don't have enough flowers here, we can just take them from somewhere else. As many as we want, whenever we want. The System Grail War has only just begun. There have been a few skirmishes, but no one has yet been eliminated. The only serious battle so far was the one fought between Berserker and Caster. But that's all about to change. In support of every team fighting to complete the System Grail War, allow me to say once more, good luck. May the stars of the northern sky always illuminate the right path, even upon the paper moon. Alright, defend partition outskirts.
Would you mind telling us about the differences between the various AI types while we head back to repair? The names have been giving me a fairly clear idea, but I would like to be certain. Yes, of course. Repair types are, as you can probably guess, repair damaged or injured AIs. Transfers type T AIs carry goods and information whenever they're needed. Builds type Bs create new things. Keeps types Ks, well, keep AIs from naturally degrading over time. Their role is similar to ours, except they're more focused on regular maintenance. And grows type Gs produce the base materials from which this world itself is made. They're all responsible for making everything this world needs except Raniman. That includes things like the material used to construct all these buildings. What about servants? Do you already know what kind of servant each type master has? No, I'm afraid not. I think that caster probably came from Build, but that's about it. Oh, and we saw another one around Keep when we tried a bit of light scouting. I think they were Lance.
Whoops! Sorry about that. Is it just me, or is the air kind of bad here?
I'm not detecting any toxin in the atmosphere. It is probably just you. Anyway, that Lancer was...
Oh, hey, look over there.
Why do you keep interrupting me, Berserker? What is it now?
There. Those Type Ds were definitely in a hurry. Maybe something bad happened?
I guess they were, weren't they? Want to take a look?
Let's go check it out.
Okay, then let's follow them.
Phew.
What is that? Malicious data. If we lead them to their own devices, they'll destroy everything they can get their hands on. Remember what the governor said? They're one of the problems we regularly have to deal with.
That's no good.
Malicious data shows up fairly regularly, so the type Ds are used to dealing with. But it does seem it takes them a little time to assemble in sufficient numbers.
I see. Then we should help them. We may be prohibited from attacking other AIs in this area, but that doesn't mean we can help them out, right?
No, it doesn't. I don't think that would be a problem. What are you up to?
Who do you think I am, you fool? Helping poor, downtrodden citizen is the duty of royalty and warriors, and I am both. Gods like you might have trouble understanding this, but humans have to rely on each other for help all the time. Ah, another keen insight from my brilliant mind. Alright, AIs, stand back. We'll have this taken care of in no time flat. be simple one. Let me see here. I guess I'm going to win a Latoya. This one.
女神モード降臨。たっぷり性能を披露するといたしましょう。はい、NFS サービスです。そのように行くぞ。ドンスタル。こちらの話です。最果ての光。突撃準備完全敗北。よろしくて。
さてここからだ。どう思う？
お参りしていきます。好き放題扱ってあげまし。日向の匂い火薬の匂い。
なん僕の力じゃないさ。
My lieutenant data. Alright.
目覚めの時です。我が槍行きます。突撃。最果てより光を放つ。そうは空を去って地をつなぐ嵐の怒り。ロンゴミニアド。
Easy.
Thank you for your assistance. As a basic subordinates, as a basic subroutines, as a basic subroutines which govern our thought dictate, we would like to offer you some monument as a token of our appreciation. Think of it as a certificate of merit for saving our lives. We hope you'll accept it.
Oh, really now? I didn't do it for a reward, but thank you just the same. You're too kind. This is perfect. I've achieved the maximum reward with minimal effort, and now I've got heavy pockets to show for it. Ah, sometimes I'm so smart it's scary. And one for karma. Oh, thank you, but I'm good. Let the assassin have that.
Understood. That was so nice of you, Berserker. To be honest, I thought you were going to try and keep it all for yourself. Sorry for doubting you.
Don't be stupid. If I'm the only servant with a full belly, then I'll be the one fighting on the front line next time someone attacks. Come here and listen to me. From now on, we let them take as many hits for us as we can. Our priorities here are staying safe and conserve our energy. You see, I can't afford to lose this war. That's right, there's an enemy out there I can't allow to win, no matter what. Yeah, ow! Pinching your own servant's derriere, eh? What kind of master are you? Did you forget you're dealing with a genuine prince?
Maybe if you stop saying such cowardly things, I wouldn't have to pinch your butt. Anyway, it looks like some of you type Ds are a little hurt. Let me hear you. I finally get to show everyone what I can do. Just you wait, I will have you all back to perfect condition in no time. When I'm done, there won't be a scratch on any of you.
Cowardly things, huh?
Are you feeling alright? I have a decent grasp of your condition thanks to the Etherlight, but that is not the same thing as monitoring all of your vitals 24/7. So if at any point you feel something is wrong, tell me immediately.
I feel fine so far. Thanks.
Some tough-looking guys headed our way. Be on your guard just in case. Oh, don't worry. Everything's fine. That's Defense Prime AI. I think I mentioned this before, but she doesn't take part in the Holy Grail War because she's too busy with her regular duties. Hello, Type R Master. I understand you helped my Type Ds deal with some malicious data. Apologies for my late arrival, and thank you on behalf of my subordinates. Hey, it wasn't just us. We all worked together to take care of this. May I ask who that is? It's kind of hard to explain. At first I thought they were just lost. But after talking to the central governing AI, we found out they're actually participants of the AI Holy Grail War. So I hope you treat them the same way you treat us. Understood?
Hello,
Since she's an AI, she doesn't have an individual name. I guess that's kind of awkward for you, Say, why don't you come up with a nickname for yourself? Even just a temporary one. Berserker gave me mine. It turns out names are a kind of nice thing to have. Hesitant. Determined to be a difficult task. Requesting assistance. Okay. I guess we can help with that. It'd probably be best if it was something related to your role, right? Let's see. You're the head of Defense Type D AIs, so maybe something along those lines. Then I will go with DX. DX? That kind of sounds like a symbol rather than a name to me. But I guess it's okay. It's certainly easy to remember. Type D AIs and myself exist to keep this world stable. I therefore ask the rules to be respected and minimize collateral damage to other AIs and this world to a minimum during combat. She's kind of a step for an AI, huh? We all are, really. She's just kind of more so than the rest. In the outside world, I think they call her a workaholic. She takes her duty to keep this world peaceful very seriously. She's also very, very literal. So no messing around, okay? Got that? No messing around. Yeah, don't even think about it. Remember, we're the ones who will have to deal with the consequences.
nuh-uh, don't even think about it. Why is all this directed at me? Do you think I am a child or something? But anyway,
What is it?
No, this one's not quite right either. I don't suppose you'd be willing to take that armor off.
What did I just say about messing around? I'm sorry about him, DX. He has a bad habit of slobbering all over every new woman he meets.
Hey, don't talk about me like I'm some kind of dog sniffing around.
Anyway, would you Type D's mind handling the cleanup? Thanks. Well then, we better get going. Warning, malicious data spawning rates are currently rising, perhaps as a side effect of the System Grail War. Be on your guard. Unidentified forms of aggressive data in this area have also been detected. I recommend caution should you encounter them. Unidentified forms of aggressive data? And they're not more of Castor's wriggly things? Negative. We believe they are similar to Castor's summoned familiars, which also are a threat to the public safety and treat it with caution. However, I am referring to something else entirely. Then what exactly is it? Unknown. Our reports say only that they appear to be human-shaped shadows. The other Type Ds and I will be informing our masters of the development soon. Now, I must return to my post. I am not sure what that was all about, but it sounds like he was warning us to watch out for hostile creatures. Naturally, my calculations accounted for such an occurrence. After all, it is exceptionally rare for a given location to have only a few different types of enemies. The best thing we can do is to remain alert and be ready to adapt to the situation as it demands.
I agree with that.
Good point. Okay, let's head back to repair headquarters for real this time.
Alright, I'm gonna have to end that stream. I will continue on the Ordeal Call 1 Paper Moon on tomorrow or wherever that day I have time for a moment to stream for that. So I'll see you guys in the next part of a live stream for Fate Grand Order. Peace out and have a good night.